We must light the beacon to tell merchant ships that the harbor is safe once again. Every time we start to light it, we are swarmed with undead. If you can lend a hand, say so. We could use your help. Wonderful. Take this strapping young lad. He will carry the torch and light the beacon if you can keep him safe. Beacon shines for all to see. Now we will once again be a center of industry and commerce. I see a new golden age for the entire island, all because of one hero and a young man with a torch.
See for yourself. Karkinosi swarmed the beach. I'm not going back out there until I know it is safe. I do not care how much Proteus curses us. Talk to him if you want. I am not in charge.
Crabs the size of boats have come up on the beach. One of them took off Dimitri's foot at the ankle, and Now these layabouts sit here instead of hauling nets. We'd manage somehow, if it weren't for that huge one. You see it? I swear it is down there. The entire village will feast on crab legs.
My sergeant sent me back to get reinforcements for our outpost. You are all I could find. Go on ahead, keeping to the left. You will hear the sounds of fighting soon enough. I will follow you.
Feel as though we have won? Think again. They come at night, mostly. Always from the same direction, from the waterfall. I think we can stop one more wave, maybe two. But the men are worn down, and every attack brings another casualty. They are led by a massive Elder Antioch. We have seen him by the waterfall.
My mistress, the Lady Medea, is beyond.
Well, a hero knocking at my door.
You kill my sentinels, then ask for my aid? Typical hero. I should turn your blood to oil, but it amuses me to see you struggle. It was to Hades, land of the dead, that this apparition bade you go? Hades, where few of the living have ventured and even fewer have returned? No living mortal has seen the way there, but the ancient Grey Sisters have. If you bring me their single eye, I will set you on the path. Beware, hero. The Grey Sisters will not willingly part with their eye, for it is the only one they have, and they share it between them. Their rage is only exceeded by their power, and you shall soon feel both.
It's gone! Gone! When the mistress finds out that I lost the sigil, she will poison me slowly and set my head on the wall as an example. The sigil of the first apoctasis. I was out. The pharmacists took it.
I think I have it now. I can make a potion that will give anyone remarkable powers. All I need is a bit of Saibi mushroom, some Estivis root, and the petal of a night blossom. Bring these to me, and I will share the potion with you.
How could I forget that poor woman? All she wanted was to cure her poor child. But Medea demanded the tome of the Lich Queen Calixenia, a task that would surely kill her. I nearly told her where, but you could do it. This is the Waking Stone. Take it and place it upon the Lich Queen's altar when you find it in the Sacronian ruins. It will summon her. I warn you, she will not give her book willingly.
There once was a great city called Propontis, where now there is only a swamp. The Saconian kings ruled Propontis, and each hid a fortune in their palace. Legend says there may still be ancient treasure in one of the ruins, hidden by the mightiest Saconian king, Doris. Men go there to find it, but they rarely return, and never with the treasure.
You have it! The sigil of the first Epoctasis. I will return it to its rightful place immediately. The Formicids cannot penetrate the magical auras of the grove. I am safe. Thank you.
At last, I have everything I need. Give me a moment to make the potion, and you shall have your sample. Here is your potion, hero. Drink it, and you shall have the strength of many men. Now I have work to do.
Thank you, kind hero. But my brother is around here somewhere. When the monsters took me, they hurt him before he got away. Save him before something awful happens.
me to another 1,000 years of undeath for a book of recipes? Take it, but know that the formulae within are dangerous to dabblers. I hope they send you to Hades.
A human face! I despaired of ever seeing another! You have saved my sister out of the kindness of your heart. We only came to these cursed ruins because Carme told us there was crucial information she needed about King Doros. Never again.
There once was a great city called Propontis, where now there is only a swamp. The Saconian kings ruled Propontis, and each hid a fort. The Grey Ones thought treasure hunters are...
We have returned.
I think...
With a bit of rest, we will...
You think it is easy living here with all these... Got to watch myself in just as the trader.
You managed to defeat Calexenia and you do not look a day older. Did her life-draining magics not work on you? You have the book. That is what matters. You have done what was asked of you. Here, take the potion to Mera. Quickly. The child's life depends on it.
My son is ill, and you come to me with the cure! How could anyone say the gods have abandoned us? Thank you, stranger. You are a true gift from the gods.
That the outpost is truly established, we can hold this section of the wood. Thank you.
The monsters scatter, and even their leaders cower before you. We will build the walls and patrol this section of the wood, now that we are not under constant attack.
Not since Perseus has a hero wrested the eye away from the weird sisters. But you have many deeds left undone. Who knows? You might even survive. I see pain and suffering. I see loss and folly. I see my dark goddess languishing, imprisoned, and the underworld writhing in turmoil. I see war engulfing the living world. Oh, this must not be. You must stop this. I see the entrance to Hades, where all must eventually descend. Persephone, your journey begins here. Follow the footsteps of the few who have walked among the dead. It will not be far. Be fleet of foot and strong of heart, and you may yet save us all.
They came quickly and in force. So quickly we were caught unawares. We tried to get as many of the civilians out as we could, but there was precious little time. I waited until daylight and sent Theogenes with some men back in to find any stragglers. They could use a strong back and an able fighting arm.
Have you seen Admetus? In the time since I sent him, there are people dying here, and I can do nothing. We need supplies. We need food and medicine. He was so eager to help, but I could have made the trip 3 times myself by this time. Zeus protect him. But must I send someone else after him to do the job he was supposed to do?
They say the gods have gone, but I would not lose faith. I asked them for help, and here you are. Monsters have been with us for ages, but these, they are different. They are an army, the likes of which no man has ever seen. Our guards didn't stand a chance, and the city is lost. They are led by a fierce captain who calls herself Procea. If she fell, our remaining defenders might rally.
Strange soldiers are everywhere. They swarm over every street and plaza. Epigenes may have sent you to help rescue the survivors. But be careful. They're hiding or trapped, and may not be easy to find. Bring them to me, and I will see them safely to the camp. Thank you for helping with our plight. I will see the survivors to safety.
I won't exaggerate. Things are grim. But still, with their captain gone, we are given a chance to retake what is ours.
The survivors may be safe, but I do not know how long we can last out here before those things come for us. My men and I will fight to the last so the civilians can escape.
That is all of them. You have rescued.
to do, where to go. No one comes for us. We go nowhere. When will someone come? Are we supposed to go on our own?
Can you row the boat? Charon has gone. Do you know where he is? Can you bring him back? We want to get across, but the boat won't move without its master. Help us. We do not know what to do. The ferryman has abandoned his boat, and there is no way over the river. One shade, Hipparchus it was, tried to gather a crew and man the boat, but they took him. I do not think they cared about the boat, but his crew got in the way. Since then, no one else has been willing to lead us. I fear our last hope vanished with Hipparchus.
I have seen it. A beast of the Stygian marsh that lurks in the waters of the river. It swallows unsuspecting shades whole. Now with so many shades crowding the bank, it grows bold and comes ashore. In life, I was a hunter, and I would riddle the beast with arrows. But in this form, I have no weapons. I can do nothing.
You have freed me. Can I go on while others suffer? No. I will not cross the Styx until the way is clear for all shades. I will run the ferry myself. But I cannot move Charon's boat without his oar. And I fear that the ferryman has discarded it when he left his post. If you could find the oar, I will take it up and become a ferryman myself. In the meantime, I shall return to the boat.
Elysium calls for a champion.
With the ore in my possession, I will take all shades to the other side. No more will they need to pay for their passage. A new era has dawned. Let all enter the realm of Hades and find their destiny.
Know this, Titan Smasher. Elysium is no more a paradise. I see great heroes die a second time, but never a third. Gods who should go, stay. Gods who should intervene, have departed. The living must take their place beside the dead. Save the dead from dying. Come to Elysium. Come soon. Come now. Come. Seek Elysium.
Orpheus owns all the wealth of the earth, and miners take it from him bit by bit. Back when I was alive, I vowed that once I got to the underworld, I would find Hades' treasure trove and take it all at once. I have been chasing word of the treasure for a millennium now, and I know a few things.
You cannot open the door at this time.
Before the war of the Olympians and the Titans, Zeus quarreled with the Titan and in anger threw his thunderbolt so hard that the Titan was reduced to ash. Prometheus used the ashes to fashion the first humans. He put the few remaining ashes into a sacred urn, which now rests here in the underworld, watched over by a fearsome guardian. I am versed in the Eleusinian rites, and could prepare the dust, if I had it. Prepared, it would grant some of the power of the original Titan.
How long has it been since I beheld my love, Orpheus? Well, I must remain forever here. He is banished from the Deadlands. Yet, if I had the mirror of Psyche, if such a thing exists, I could gaze upon his face. It is said the mirror lies within the Cave of Whispers. If you found it, would you bring it to me?
Some of us around here may not be heroes, but it takes more than heroes to win a war. We lay low and pop up where they least expect us, and when they start to fight back, we just fade away. There is a caravan not far from here, out on the salt flats. It is full of supplies for the Daemon army. If that caravan were to meet with an unfortunate accident, well, let's just say that it might set things back a bit on the front lines. So how about it, hero? Think you can handle a little sabotage?
I have tried to go to the Elysian fields, and I cannot. No shade can go on, for judgment has been withheld, and with it, reward. The gateway to evil is closed, but the price is the path of light. Only the 3 judges who pass sentence can open the fields of Elysium, and then only to those who are worthy. We tried to tell the living what was happening in the underworld, but the first place the demons captured was a necromantian. It is our oracle, our only way of communicating with our descendants. The demons muddy it now. They threw most of us in their cages. Now the lands of the living will have no warning of their impending doom.
Bother me more. I have no wish to spar or to fight.
come to rage and conquest in death. Ferryman fell, I fell, evil beckons, and who has the will to resist? They withhold your judgment. Is that not evil?
This cannot be opened. This cannot be opened. This cannot be opened.
Enobius had no idea the depths to which the demons had fallen. They brought in that beast you just slew, and they were feeding us to it. It was horrible, horrible. At first, it could only eat one of us a day, but it grew, and so did its hunger. My turn was not far off. Such a fate! So many lost!
Your inventory is full. You can't hold anymore.
Well, well, a living mortal. I swear I haven't sold a thing to those demons. Okay. Welcome. Bye.
The ashes of the 100-handed one. I did not think to see it, ever. The preparation ceremony is quite simple. Here, your well-earned reward.
Psyche's mirror. Thank you. Let me look. He is imprisoned. Orato cast him into a dark pit and he is guarded by Cyclops and other foul creatures. Please, save Orpheus. With the power in this mirror, I will open the portal directly to him. But danger lurks there. Please, bring him back to me. The power of love.
Help me! Lead on, brave warrior.
Can I believe my eyes? Orpheus! Stay with me, darling. Together we shall show those around us that the power of love is greater than any force of arms. Kind and gentle hero, thank you for bringing him back to me.
When I failed to bring my love back to the world of light, I wandered the earth singing dirges. All who heard my songs wept. I sought solitude and made camp at the base of Mount Helicon to sing my sadness to the sky. Yet still, the muses could hear my songs, and when they could bear it no longer, they sent Erato to offer me solace. I would have no... She cast me into a...
That's one caravan that won't be seeing the end of the road. Take your reward, and don't let it be said that the Resistance does not pay its debts. I have other tasks if you're interested. It has been rough on us, but we have friends. I like you, and there's someone I think you should meet, but you have to have the proper introductions. We cannot let just anyone see Chthonimus. Oh wait, forget that name. Go find a shade named Pylades. If he likes you, maybe you can meet our little Trojan horse.
We can now put the mortals on alert.
Callicrates is a bleeding heart. He cares about the future of his people. I care about the future of me. I will take your help, but you have to ask yourself, what are you willing to do? If you want to continue, go see Chthonimus. He always has a job for someone willing to do it. You will find him in the lower Daemon camp. You will know him by his skin condition.
A human hero. And not even dead yet. First the Shades came to me for help with their little resistance, and now a mortal wants to do me a favor. Fine. There's an envoy carrying an important message to Presea in the overworld. It is destined for the Daemon army camp. Most likely you will find it passing through the Veil of Mourning. Kill the envoy, and bring the message to me. I can use the information to further my aims, and the aims of the Resistance. Sent one of my strongest messengers with that message, yet you defeated him. Good work. Now the Resistance can use this information to raid another supply line. The raid cannot be traced back to me. After all, the message was intercepted by a mortal.
Welcome. Okay.
Greetings, mortal hero.
Greetings, great warrior.
Greetings, slayer of titans.
Thank you for freeing us, hero of Greece. When the rest of the Olympians left, Hades heard the call but would not follow. He condemned us to this prison, but we were the lucky ones. The heroes of Elysium are at this moment fighting his army. They have no hope of victory, but they fight on. They await you, for the blind seer prophesied that a living hero would save us all. I judge you worthy, for you seek to save what is good. Go to Elysium and help them, and to Agamemnon, who leads them. The path is now open.
You have come. Titan's bane, you have come. What I have foreseen has come to pass. My destiny is nearly fulfilled. I have one more prophecy to speak. Make of it what you will. Only living blood can crack the gate. Only living flesh can unmake the makers. Only living hands can free the breath of spring. Only living spirit can banish death. I have seen. Now make my visions true.
Ah, you've come to join the battle. Alas, it cannot be won here. You must stop Hades himself. The old prophet prattles on about a living hero entering Hades' palace. We cannot enter that place, so we fight and we are destroyed. Yesterday we lost Pentheus and Lycurgus, and today, my old rival Priam. brave souls destroyed forever by Hades' ambition. He was lord of this world. Now, your fight lies with him.
Without my chariot, I am forced to rely on messengers, and lately they have fallen to raiding parties. Our flank is in... You are noble, Bruin. The Peltasts. Hurry! The demons do not...
These siege striders wander the battlefield and are cutting down our men like wheat. It took a major assault to destroy one. There are 5 left. They walk about the Anaslasian battlefield as they will. We are powerless to stop them. Please, destroy them if you can. You have enabled us to hold this poor piece of land. I pray that the siege striders shall trouble us no more.
I have another messenger waiting. Go to the tent with the banner and he will join you. The battle absolutely depends on this message getting through. Quickly!
This is dire news indeed. Nestor orders that my troops support Menelaus, but I cannot. My men barely hold this area from the monsters coming from those caves. If we abandon the area, they will be on our rear. More orders I cannot obey. I cannot shift my lines to support Menelaus at the Achaean Pass, but you can take a few hand-picked warriors and relieve him. Speak to Idomeneus. Take some men and hold that camp. The fiends are going to send every sword they have against it, and if it fails, we will have no chance.
Take these men. They are all we can spare.
I was wounded in the last attack, but my men will fight as long as the banner flies over the hill. The chance to fight alongside a mortal who has journeyed to Mount Olympus will no doubt bolster their morale.
Create a diversion for Odysseus. There is the Melanoid daemon is a come, brave warrior. This. Now, men, it is our turn! Today is indeed a great day. I have no doubt that Odysseus has succeeded in finding a way for you to enter the city. All will soon be well again in Elysium. Someday, I will tell my descendants of the day I fought for the honor and glory of Elysium, shoulder to shoulder with the great Titan killer.
It is a secret we have learned. Although they are his own creations, Hades may rule daemonkind only within his kingdom. The moment a daemon would set foot upon the living lands, its own wild heart would be its only ruler. Knowing this, crafty Hades fashioned 5 crystals, the shards of Erebus, to project the force of his godly powers above, where they were never meant to be. If you were to destroy these shards, his countless legions would be like arrows with a broken bow.
When Hades conceived of his plan, he imbued 3 of his most powerful Makai with some of his own powers. What we fear is that even were Hades defeated, these generals would have power and will enough to take charge of the armies and lead in the place of their lord.
Well met, hero. My squad has made it to the outer gates, and we have arranged a way to make a door. We have waited only for your arrival. Behold! Inside you will find an unlikely ally. The song of Persephone sometimes floats over the walls, and she sings of betrayal and imprisonment. She sings of chains, and she pleads to join the other gods. She has always been good to us in Elysium, and I would not see her suffer so. Free her, and she will no doubt give you aid.
Please, mortal hero, release me.
Bless you, warrior. You are a hero indeed. When Zeus commanded the gods to depart, I thought I was finally free of this place. I tried to convince him to join his brethren, but dreams of conquest clouded his mind. Finally, I sought to leave without him. He could not bear a world without me, so he chained me here. He still thinks that I will see his triumph and join him. This I will never do. Persephone, the breath of spring, brings new life, not war. And I am powerless against him. It is you who must defeat him. Let his hubris be his downfall. Enter his palace, stand before him, and release us from this madness. Make haste. If Hades learns that I am free, he will come for me and unleash his power. He must think he has already won.
you ready? Ends here!
You have defeated both a Titan and an Olympian. From this day forward, you shall be known as God's Bane. We leave the afterlife in the hands of your human judges, for they have shown that they are just and merciful. Truly, the age of man has come, for now you govern both life and that which follows. I give you my thanks, and open the way back to Greece, or wherever the fates will lead you.